Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sitting down to film my 3 and 4 month baby checkup and postpartum check-in. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long. I have been so busy with work and balancing the rest of my life and really trying to engage in mommyhood the best I can, because she is not going to stay little forever, and that is something that I've really tried to soak in the last couple of months, because she's not going to be my little girl forever. And so many things have happened, so many changes with Layla, so many changes with me, and I am so excited to be sharing all of the updates with you guys. So if you want to see this video, then just keep on watching. First and foremost, I did not have a 3-month appointment, but I did have her 4-month checkup a couple of days ago, and she will not be 4 months until the 10th, but she's almost there, and I cannot believe it. She was 14 pounds and 24 inches long. So she has put on quite a bit of weight since she was born, and she is doing so wonderful, so healthy, and I could not be happier that everything has been going so well with her appointments. I really like my pediatrician. She is, pretty straightforward and quick to the point, so I never really have to worry about her opinions. And a couple of things that we've discussed at her appointment is her eczema. Now, she has super bad eczema, and I'm trying to find the triggers for that because the only thing that she's eating is formula. I honestly think it could be a pet allergy. I do have cats. She is around dogs, little dogs at least, but I don't know if that is a potential trigger, but I am doing everything that I possibly can to get rid of the dander in my house. So I have ordered pet shampoo and dander carpet cleaner because I really don't want that to be an issue for her, especially since the cats love her to death. But I have been trying to keep them away from her as much as possible because that does kind of trigger her skin. She was on a topical ointment for a couple of weeks, but because she is so little, they, don't allow you to be on that medicine for longer than 2 weeks. And it really did clear up her skin. We have started using a couple of different products. We use the Eucerin body wash that has no scent, and we also use the Eucerin body cream. I highly recommend those two things. Those are the only things out of 20 different products that we have used that have actually worked consistently and not bathing her as often. So I will wipe her down, clean her, whatever I have to do, but I only bathe her once to twice a week. Now, as she gets older and her skin is hopefully not as sensitive, I will start to bathe her, 3 and 4 times a week, but that's really just stripping the natural oils from her skin. So I try to avoid that as much as possible because of, the reactions. It's like red and flaky on her cheeks especially, and then we're battling her cradle cap as well. I will say that the last recommendation that I tried was Head and Shoulders with the Derma Frida brush, and that has helped tremendously. Every time that I give her a bath, I put the Head and Shoulders on her scalp, and it seems to clear it up. It does eventually come back, but cradle cap is something normal that she will grow out of, so I'm really not even worried about that. But I do want to find the triggers for her skin because I know that eczema is something that's not treatable, and unfortunately, unless she grows out of it, she may have to deal with it the rest of her life. And I had skin sensitivities as well, and I still do, but I don't have eczema. So we are trying to get to the bottom of that. There's a lot of allergies and asthma that run in the family. So I'm hoping my girl doesn't have to deal with that, because allergies and asthma are two serious things that I really don't want to put a little child through. But, of course, genetics and things like that overrun me not wanting that to happen anyways. So I'm hoping as she gets older, it gets a little bit better and we find what really bothers her skin. I will say that Aquaphor and Vaseline didn't help. Coconut oil didn't help. We tried a couple of things from Aveeno that just made it worse. So it's a trial and error, so I'm not, particularly worried about it, but I just want to make sure that we are doing everything that we possibly can to get this under control, because it looks itchy, it looks painful, and I definitely wouldn't want to deal with it either. So that is another thing that I'm dealing with, and her just scratching her face. She gets so aggressive when she's hungry or when she's tired. So along with trying to cut her nails and keep them filed, I keep mittens on her for naps and bedtime because, she will just scratch at her poor face and the back of her scalp. This girl always has cuts everywhere. I promise I don't beat my child. She is so aggressive when she's hungry, and that girl does not play about her milk, okay? As soon as you put that bib on, you better have a bottle ready because she does not play about it. So I know soon she will be more interested in food. I mean, she's starting to watch us eat. She's starting to grab at things. I know personally in my heart that she could be ready at 4 months, but I'm going to wait until her 5-month appointment. So that brings me into the next issue. So we are going to have a 5-month checkup because she has a flat spot in the back of her head. So typically it could get worse. It could make your face disproportioned. Your ears could change. It can mess up a lot for a child, but because they're on their backs all the time until they're able to, sit up on their own and, hold their head up, which she does very, very well, it causes flat spots. And I was told to come back in a month after doing a bunch of different things at home to make sure that it doesn't get worse, because she wants to refer me to a physical therapist to do physical therapy and potentially get into a helmet. Now, I am not against that at all. I know that it will help if she needs it, but the flat spot is really not bad. It's, right in the back of her head where she's bald, where she sleeps on her back for naps and for nighttime. And I personally don't want to see her in a helmet because it is something that is like long term. They have to wear it up to 23 hours a day for months and months. And I don't want to do that myself, and I don't want to put her through that as well. So it just seems like it's one issue after another. The first couple of months we didn't have any issues, and now it's just like boom, boom, boom. And it's a little exhausting. It's a little overwhelming. Me personally, I'm doing whatever I can. Her dad's doing whatever he can, and we're really just trying to get her off of her back as much as possible. We're doing supervised tummy time sleep. We're putting her in the sit-me-up chairs. We're holding her more often, and I'm really just trying to alleviate the problem so that it does not get worse, because those things are not cheap. I don't have $3,000 to $5,000, nor do I want to spend $3,000 to $5,000 since her situation is so mild. So those are all of the health concerns. Other than that, she is growing well. She is still in size 1 diapers. I have slowly transitioned her to size 2, but they are so big on her. So I'm trying to get rid of the rest of the ones that I have, and then we'll transfer over to that. She is also still on her Gerber Soothe, which has been working really, really well for her. She takes 6 ounces every 3 hours, and like I said, that girl does not play about her milk. When she's hungry, and she will definitely let anybody in the room know. Overall, she's a great baby. Because of her tongue and lip tie, we are still going to speech therapy, so I am just not ready to start her on purees until at least 5 months. Now, the speech therapist would say wait until 6 months, but I'm the parent. I will do what is best for my child, and purees a couple times a week is not going to harm her in any way. And I want to start baby lead weaning at 6 months. I'm kind of frightened to do that. Me and her dad want to take a CPR class, just in case anything were to happen. She's also battled with thrush for the last 6 or 7 weeks. It's something that is so hard to get rid of, and she has been on the same medicine for over 6 weeks, and she still kind of has it on her upper and bottom lip. If I even slack on one of the dosages throughout the day, she takes it 4 times a day, it'll come back with like vengeance. So I have been working to do that as well, keeping her mouth clean, washing her bottles, sterilizing everything, something that I've done before, but I wasn't doing consistently every day. I definitely wash her bottles after every use, but I wasn't boiling them after every use. So if your son or daughter has thrush, I highly recommend boiling them once or twice a day, because it's definitely helped, and it's cleared completely in her mouth, just on her lips. So couple of medical issues there. Like I said, nothing severe or life-threatening, just a couple of things that we've been dealing with that haven't been so fun. And I don't really think she's in pain. I don't think it's bothering her, but I personally wouldn't want to have red, itchy, patchy skin, so we are trying to get to the bottom of it as quick as possible. I will say she's hit a lot of milestones. She has been sleeping through the night since she was 2.5 months old. She sleeps anywhere between 9 and 10 hours a night, and then typically she will wake up in the morning and go back to sleep by herself in her bassinet. Once she hits 4 months, or a little after 4 months, we are going to start crib sleeping. I will do a whole video on like sleep training and things like that. They really tell you not to sleep train until they're 5 or 6 months old at least. I'm definitely not going to do the cry it out method. If you feel that's right for your child, that's definitely okay. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you a little bit of what I'm going to do. She is outgrowing her bassinet and fast. So I really want to start transitioning her into her crib. I have a nice monitor that I got for Christmas, so I need to start utilizing it. I am first going to start with naps, and then we're going to start nighttime sleep. And I know that that will push her back a little bit with, you know, how often she's waking up. Right now, like I said, she wakes up at 6 or 7 o'clock for a bottle, and she typically goes back to sleep until like 9 or 10. So it really varies on the time that she sleeps, but I am okay with it. You know, we have a set bedtime routine, and she is doing so well with sleep. So I couldn't be more thankful for that. Her sleeping has, you know, made me feel so energized and so happy to be able to get a little extra sleep at night, and I'm thankful. So also, around 2.5 or 3 months old, she started rolling from tummy to back, but she doesn't do it all the time. It's only sometimes that she does it, but she hasn't quite mastered back to belly. She doesn't even really seem interested to roll to her belly from her back, but she is holding her bottle now. She's a little bit of a lazy eater. She gets distracted easily, and she will let go of the bottle, but she'll definitely hold it on her own for a little bit, especially if she's hungry. She knows exactly how to hold it, and it's crazy to me just watching her grow up. It's crazy to me. She's definitely laughing. She's giggling. She baby babbles. I mean, she says all kinds of things. Of course, I can't understand it, but she is saying so much now. She's super, super talkative at night. And she's a baby that hardly cries. You know what I mean? At first, the first couple of months are always the hardest, and she cried all the time. I really honestly thought she was colic at one point, but turns out she wasn't, because that's normal. I like my sleep, and so does she. So I'm really, really thankful for that. We are currently going through the 4th leap and the 4-month sleep regression. And I'm pretty sure it started earlier, because she had a couple of weeks this past week or so that she was waking up, you know, 2 to 3 times a night. She's not napping, but I think we are getting it back on track to where she's, you know, taking at least 2 or 3 naps a day. Sometimes they're 30 minutes, sometimes they're 2 hours. It really just depends. I will say that she does sleep better on her tummy. So if I'm up and I'm watching her, I will let her sleep on her stomach. And, you know, some people might not be okay with that. She right now is strong enough to move her head. As far as I know, when she does tummy time and she falls, she's able to lift herself back up. So that is what I'm doing. She sleeps longer, she sleeps better, and once she can roll onto her stomach, I will leave her like that. It is completely safe to do that, and I'm hoping within the next month or so she will be in her crib full time. I'm really sad about it, but like I said, I have an expensive monitor that I got for Christmas that I really need to start using, and I would actually like my bedroom back. Homemade coffee at home. I'm on my 3rd cup today, about to get ready for work. Yes. Those are just a couple of things that she's hitting. She can play with her own toys. She holds things. She sticks every single thing in her mouth. I hand her toys, and she holds them and puts them in her mouth and looks at them, and she is just the cutest little baby. I mean, her head control's great. She loves tummy time. We can do tummy time forever. She loves her sit me up chair. I let her watch Coco Melon, you know, 15-20 minute video while I get ready, and she is such a good girl. I honestly, like I said, couldn't be more thankful for such an easygoing baby. That is enough about the baby. A quick little 15-minute update. Next, let's get into a little bit about me now. All right, so the start of January, I started my fitness journey because I honestly was so tired of looking in the mirror and feeling disgusted, feeling let down, just kind of missing my old body. And I know that my body will never be the same. My hips will be wider, my thighs will be thicker. I got the mommy cake now, but I was not prepared to like lose a lot of myself, you know what I mean? So when I had the baby, I was 169 pounds. Pre-pregnancy, I was 138, and you know, the first month I got down to like 142, 143. So I had lost a lot of my baby weight. But then in November and December, I took like a huge dip. I was depressed. I was eating whatever I wanted. I didn't care. I was just not myself. And it's been an ongoing journey. It's definitely something that hasn't been fully, you know, healed, I should say. It's not been something that's, you know, fully gone away, but I'm working on it every single day to kind of feel better about myself. And I've made a lot of changes, and I will continue to make changes. So I have been using the Chloe Teen workouts when I can. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't do it a lot because it is very hard to work out when you have a baby, especially in this stage, one that needs to be entertained. I'm not making excuses by any means, but you know, I am on my feet 4 days a week at work. I'm a bartender. I'm going. And if I can at least get a 15 or 20 minute workout in, I am good for the day. So I try to do that 2 to 3 times a week. It's not much, but it's a start. And truthfully, you wouldn't understand unless you have a kid. It's very hard to do anything for yourself. So once we are in a more established daytime routine, I will be able to establish myself a workout routine that is quick, easy, and effective. So I have been on like a 13 to 1400 calorie diet. I've noticed a few changes. I've lost 2 to 3 pounds, which isn't a lot, but again, it's a start. And I'm feeling better and better every single day. Now, some days I'm just so hard on myself, and I think it's just because of the way things change. Like chemically in your brain, things change, and also your body. Some people get luckier than others and lose all their weight and bounce back, or whatever you want to call it. But unfortunately for me, I didn't. But I'm honestly okay with some of the changes. Like my hips are cool, my mommy cake. Like I didn't have these things before. I didn't have this much of a defined shape. So as long as I can lose this 15 pounds, I'm giving myself 4 or 5 months to do it. And I feel like that's an attainable goal, especially with eating clean, eating healthier. I definitely still splurge. I'm not going to deprive my body of the things that I love. Pasta, cherry Pepsi, you know, if I want to have that once a week or once every other week, I'm definitely going to do that. And I don't deprive myself of my coffee. I have like 2 to 3 coffees a day. So with the waist trainer, with all the things that I'm doing, I'm seeing results, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to push harder because I want to feel good about myself. I want to feel good about my skin. And I really just want to get to a point where I feel better all around, mentally, physically, emotionally. Things have definitely gotten better the last 2 months. Month 3 and 4, I'm just really soaking in everything with Layla. I'm enjoying motherhood. I love the life that we are creating. I love her so much. She's my baby, so I still cry when I talk about her because I love that girl. Everything with me's been good. My emotional state's been getting better other than, you know, me being a big old baby. But I am just feeling so good mentally and emotionally. Now I just need to get my physical health back on track and we will be good. You know what I mean? Summer 2021, I'm coming for you. Of course, wearing a mask and social distancing. But I'm hoping that life will resume normal very, very soon. I feel like that would be good for everybody. For friends, for family, for people that have really struggled this past year. I feel like it's really affected a lot of people in more ways than one, and I am just wanting some normalcy. I really want things to, you know, things are never going to go back to normal, especially with all the damage that this last year has done for a lot of people, but I hope soon we feel happier, we feel better, things start to turn around for the better, you know what I mean? So you can only hope, you can only pray and have faith, and that's what I will continue to do. But yeah, so that is it, guys. That's everything, you know. I'm enjoying motherhood, I'm loving being a mom, I'm finding a balance, I'm finding a routine. I'm still taking care of myself. I still get my lashes done. I still get my nails done. Always take time for yourself, whether that's a hot shower or a nap or getting your nails done or going out and drinking with your friends, at dinner, whatever you got to do. Never feel guilty for taking time out for yourself. Never, ever, ever, because being a mom is a full-time job on top of some mothers going to school, getting a degree, working full-time. It's a lot. So I never feel guilty for, you know, sending her to my grandparents for the weekend or, you know, taking time for myself, because it's definitely needed for your mental health. Never forget that. Your mental health comes first before anything. And that is just something that I've, you know, realized on this little journey that I'm on, that my mental health is definitely more important than my physical health. But I've realized if my physical health is bad, it affects my mental. So it's just like this cycle that I'm trying to get myself out of, and I'm trying to be patient. I just had a baby not even 4 months ago, and you need to give your body at least 9 months to kind of gain back everything that it lost, including your mind. You know what I mean? So I am going to give you guys a little body shot, show you my body, and that'll be the end of this video. All right, so I think I can probably stand up. There we go. All right, so this is with my pants pulled down before my waist. Typically I keep them up now. Until my stretch marks fade, I feel more comfortable doing this, but my stomach is a lot flatter now, but there still is a lot of the squishiness here. The linea nigra line is pretty much gone, which that never bothered me to begin with, but I can still see it underneath my belly button a little bit. My belly button's looser now. I definitely notice like my belly button area like stretched out. And then I of course still have the stretch marks, which I'm hoping the bile oil that I'm using and the wraps that I have and then sun exposure this summer will help. But that's what we're looking at now. And one thing that really bothers me is this little divot down here. It's like the mom pouch, y'all. It's the famous mom pouch. But that is what we're looking at. I've lost, like I said, 2 to 3 pounds, maybe more. I only weigh myself like once a week or once every other week. I'm probably a little bit bloated because of my coffee, but I'm still very jiggly, very soft. I feel like I have like no muscles in here. But typically I would keep my pants up like this anyways, but 4 months postpartum update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have lots on the way, lots of cool new videos that I'm going to be doing, lots of requests. I have a couple of sponsorships coming, and please be on the lookout for that. So turn on your notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video, and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel before you go. Bye guys.